Hello and welcome back everybody. I'm just going to do a very short video for you today working on our immunity system, and I don't have to tell any of you how important that is at the moment. So we're doing lots of twisting, so pregnant ladies, you obviously when we twist you don't twist and you don't lie on your tummy, but I'll call out the alternatives. So by twisting from side to side and also working a lot on our lungs, we're increasing our immunity. Okay, so I'd like you to start by just settling the body down. And a nice way to do that today is to lie flat on your back with your legs up. It doesn't matter if your feet are parallel, where your arms are. The most important thing is you start to focus on your breathing. So before we do that, just allow yourself to settle. Give yourself permission to just let go. Don't worry about what's happening at the moment. And a note there, I'd just like to wish you all well, and I hope that you and your families are coping in this situation, and also that you're well. So as I said, this class is all about boosting your immunity. So let's start by looking at the Sanskrit word for breathing, which is pranayama. So we're going to focus on the breath. Start to feel the smooth, uninterrupted inhales and the smooth, uninterrupted exhales. Just surrender into your mat. Don't worry about what the breath looks like. Just think what it feels like, and try and breathe into the thoracic area, the top of your back. So inhale, wide and full. And exhale and release. Shoulders away from the ears. Pregnant ladies, you may, sorry I should have said at the beginning, you may just like to sit in Sukhasana, but I'm sure if that's comfortable for you, you've already started to do that. Inhale, wide and full, and exhale and release. Now coming to find your child's pose, pregnant ladies, just do your puppy dog, where your knees are stacking your shoulders, your forehead is on the mat. Everybody else, take your knees mat width apart, your toes to touch, and gradually slide yourself along the mat. So your forehead reaches your mat, or you can place a block under your mat, or under your forehead I should say, and start to really breathe into that back, connecting with the earth, connecting back to Mother Nature. Inhale, feel those lungs expand. Now, as I said, pregnant ladies, you can do this. We are going to just take some lateral stretches. So we're going to work on the left side first. So take your right hand across, keeping your forehead on the mat, bringing your left hand to touch your right palm, feeling the stretch in the right side of the body. Inhale, think of yourself as giving yourself a massage from the inside out. So keep focusing on the breath into the upper back. Good. Coming back to neutral, and we're going to go over to the right. So take the right hand across, feel the stretch in the left side, and then bring the left palm on top of the right. Feeling the stretch, and again, start to give yourself a massage from the inside out. Each breath, relaxing the back. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Then come to join me in an easy cross-legged position, Sukhasana. I'm going to gently work on the neck which helps to release the shoulders and helps to aid breathing. So taking your right hand, place it on your left ear or just above. Sit up nice and straight, then gradually bring your right ear to your right shoulder. If you have any tension in the neck, maybe tuck your chin in towards your chest and start to open out through that left shoulder. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more. Inhale and exhale. Coming back very gently to neutral. Watch the head. Placing the right hand onto your knee. Left hand comes up, takes hold of the right ear. As you drop your left ear to your left shoulder. Again, you may tuck your chin slightly. Gradually play, opening out through those shoulders. Feeling the breath into the top of the back, the top of the lungs, the back expanding on each exhale. Breathe wide and full. And exhale. One more. Inhale and exhale. Okay, very gently bring your head back to neutral. Sit up nice and tall. We're going to come into Malasana, our yogi spot. We're going to bend over to the right and the left. So taking your left hand outside. Now I've automatically come onto my toes. It is possible to do this from your feet flat, because I'm sure most of you can get into Malasana this way, but you get a deeper stretch if you come onto your toes. So place your left tricep onto your inside of your thigh. Left hand comes out, right arm comes up, and sweep it over, looking under your right armpit. Let's hold for 3. Inhale and exhale. Feeling a lovely stretch in the right. That's 2. One more. Open a little further if you can. Inhale and exhale. Release. Coming back to Malasana. Taking your right hand out. Your left hand comes up like a wing, opening out. Left hand comes across. Feeling the stretch in the left side. Inhale, exhale. Inhale and exhale. Opening a little further. Inhale and exhale and release. Now we're going to work a little bit more on the breath, which is very important. Now this is something that you may have seen on the internet. It's a doctor talking about breathing if you are unfortunate enough to have coronavirus, or it's a good routine to get into in these times of stress to increase your breath. So I'll talk you through it first, because if I breathe I can't really talk to you. So we're going to start by taking 5 inhales and exhales. So we inhale for 5. Pregnant ladies, don't hold for long, just relax, don't hold the breath. So everybody else, we're going to inhale for 5, hold for 5, and then exhale for 5. So that's 1. We're going to do 5 of those, and when we get to 6, we're going to take a big cough. So I cough into the crook of your elbows, as we're taught to do now, or take a tissue. So I'll start you off. So inhale, 5, hold for 5, and release for 5. That's 1. Inhale for 5, hold for 5, exhale for 5. That's 2. Inhale for 5, hold for 5, exhale for 5. That's 3. Inhale for 5, Inhale. 5. Hold for 5. Exhale for 5. You've completed 5. A great big cough. Now ideally we do that another 5 times, take another cough. But you can do that in your own time. So once you've completed your second round, you simply come to lie onto your mat. Sorry, I should have told you, take a cushion and just lie on your tummies. Pregnant ladies, just lie on your side. And we're going to take 10 deep breaths. So get yourself comfortable. So that's 1. So just breathe as wide and deep as you can and exhale until you've completed 10 deep inhales and exhales. So I think you must be up to 3. So inhale and exhale 4. Inhale and exhale 5. Inhale and exhale 6. Inhale, exhale 7. Inhale, remember all the time through your nose, in through your nose, out through your nose, that's 8. Inhale and exhale 9. Inhale and exhale 10. So just stay there for a moment. Now by placing ourselves on our tummies, we're really activating all the small airways at the back of our lungs, because that's where most of the work happens. So if you can get into a small routine of doing that every day, maybe involve all the family that you'll live with, or maybe even do FaceTime, it's something that we should all be doing anyway. Okay, now very gently come to stand at the top of your mat. And we're going to do a very slow Shivananda Suranamaskara A, where we can take Anjaneyasana with a twist to really start to work on the lung area by twisting laterally. Okay, so stand at the top of your mat. Inhale, the arms come up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, press the sky. As you exhale, fold forward to Uttanasana. Fingers and toes in the line. Step your right foot back. Taking your knee pads, sorry, I should have told you to get your equipment, or I have made one with a small towel. Place that under your right knee. So here we are in Anjaneyasana. Now we're going to take this nice and slow so we do it correct. And I'm actually pushing my hips so far forward that I'm not doing it correctly. So let me talk you through. Stack your left ankle over your left knee, root down with that foot, don't allow it to go anywhere. You should be feeling a stretch in your right hip flexor. If you're not feeling that, then move the left foot forward until you do feel a stretch. Now, we're not collapsing into the ribs, we're not sticking the ribs out, but we're moving the ribs up, so the 2 bottom ribs, the 2 floating ribs, away from the top of our pelvic area. The arms come out to the side. You've probably lost my hands, but it doesn't matter. So bring your arms out, palms facing down, shoulders away from the ears. Feel the work happening in the back, the top back, the thoracic area. Arms come up. You can have your hands parallel to start with, then form your prayer, and we're going to twist over to the left. So it's the right elbow that comes to the outside of the left thigh, forming your prayer at heart center. Left elbow up, look over that left shoulder. That leg is, the right leg is flat onto your mat, or the foot rather, looking over the left shoulder. Let's do one more inhale. Inhale and exhale. Release. Hands down. Bring your left foot to meet the right. Come into your high plank. Come down to your knees. Elbows come back. Bottom in the air. Arch the back, leading with the chin. Snaking forward. Come into your low cobra. And again, we're working on the lung area. The shoulders are going back. the collarbone is open, all 10 toes on the mat. Inhale, rotate those thighs. Tuck your toes under, finding your dog. And step the right foot forward. Here we are, and Janiyasana on the other side. So if you want to take your knee pad or your towel under your left knee, feeling the stretch this time in your left hip flexors. Your left foot is flat on the mat. Don't push those ribs out. Don't push the hips too far forward. Make length. Ground down with that right foot. Shoulders away from the ears. Arms come out. Inhale, come up. Engage that core, navel to spine. Forming your prayer. Bringing your left elbow to the outside of the right thigh. Lengthening, lengthening, lengthening. Looking over your right shoulder. Let's hold for 2 more. Inhale and exhale 1. Inhale and exhale 2. Hands to mat. Step the left foot to meet the right. Inhaling halfway, flat back, shoulders back. Exhale, flow forward. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. Now twisting some more, we're going to come into our eagle. So let's start into Utkatasana, our chair pose. Remember the tailbone lengthens down. See all 10 toes. Arms come out. Focus on your breath. Let's all take a deep inhale. And a long, slow exhale. Right arm comes under, left arm over. Cross at your elbows, cross at your wrists. Palms come together. Elbows come up, shoulders down. Pregnant ladies, just do this nice and loose. And stay with your chair legs. Everybody else, drop those shoulders down, elbows up, right leg comes across, square the hips, shoulders over the hips. Let's hold for 2 more breaths. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale and release. Coming back to Utkatasana, chair pose. This time it's the left arm under, right arm over, crossing at your elbows, crossing at the wrists, palms together, nice and loose if you're pregnant. If not, squash everything into the midline, elbows up, shoulders down, left leg comes round. Shoulders over the hips, core engaged. Tailbone lengthens. Let's do 1 more breath. Inhale and exhale and release. Maybe take your feet a little wider. Take a ragdoll. All the time focusing on what's happening in the upper back. Heel toe your feet together. Sitting back into Utkatasana, chair pose. Exhale, flow forward to Uttanasana. Step your right foot forward, the left foot comes back. See if we can come into a nice high lunge. Again, we are going to twist. Pregnant ladies, you stay here. So what I'm actually doing with my back foot, I will turn around for you. I'm coming onto the ball of the left foot. And I'm bringing my heel right over my toes. I'm engaging my knee. My thigh is active. My tailbone is lengthening down. I'm going to turn around for you now. So we're stacking that right knee over the right ankle. Engaging the thighs. Feeling again a lovely stretch in the hip flexor. Arms come out to the side, palms facing down. Bring the arms up. Forming your prayer. If you need to come down to a low lunge, please do so. Form your prayer. We're twisting over to the right, left elbow to the outside of the right thigh. Form your prayer and hold for 3. Engage that knee. Hands to mat. Step back, find a high plank. Come down to your knees, elbows in. Arch the back, leading with your chin straight forward to cobra. Push back to your downward facing dog. Left foot comes forward. High onto the ball of the back foot. It should be your right. And remember, your heel comes over your toes. Feeling a stretch this time in the right hip flexor. That knee is over the ankle. Your ribs are away from your pelvic region. Think of your pubic bone coming up to your navel, looking for length. Exhale the arms out. Bring the arms up and parallel. Forming your prayer. Taking the twist to the left. And hold for 3. Look over that left shoulder. Inhale and exhale. Coming back to Malasana, our yogi squat. Lengthen through the crown of the head. All the time breathing into that thoracic area. And let's come down onto our tummies. Pregnant ladies, I'll tell you first, come onto your side for a side seal. Everybody else, let's come into Sphinx. A lovely pose for the whole length of the back. Slightly bring your hands back. Bring your, internally rotate those thighs, feeling all 10 toes. Open through the collarbones. Enjoy the stretch. Just ground yourself. Take some deep, wide inhales. Pregnant ladies, turn onto the other side. And in a moment, we're going to do locust. Pregnant ladies, just wait for me. Everybody else, lie flat on your mat. Make a pillow with your hands. Extend the arms out. Sweep them behind. Interlace the hands behind your back. Really working those shoulders. Lift the legs. Keep looking down. And hold for a few breaths. And relax and start again. Pregnant ladies, just simply extend the arms out. Sweep them behind. And open out through those shoulders. If you're in full Shalabhasana, your locust pose on your tummy, start to gradually release and just lie on your tummy, making a pillow with your hands, your toes to touch, your heels apart, and rock from side to side. Enjoy a few moments like this. Pregnant ladies, come onto a side seal so your right forearm is along the mat. And then lift your left leg and bend it and just stay here. And when we reverse, we're going to do half frog. Everybody else, you reverse with us. So that's what our pregnant ladies are doing. So everybody else, we're going to keep lying on our mat, bending the left leg up. Take hold from the inside of the foot, so the big toe side, so the hand comes around the foot. And keep gently seeing if you can pull your right heel back to your glute. If you can't, don't worry, just go in the general direction. And then hold there for 5 breaths. So inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. I think that's 5. If not, do one more, or maybe you've already relaxed. And let's go the other way. So lying back onto your tummy, left leg bends up. Sweep the left hand back, catch from the inside. So the whole of your hand is encasing your foot, and gently see, maybe I'll turn around so you can see what I'm doing. If you can't get your foot to your glute, just bring it as close as possible. And let's hold for another 4 breaths. So inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. 2. Inhale and exhale. 3. Inhale and exhale. 4. So that was 5 breaths in total. Hello, so we've released out of that one. We're going to do another yin pose, but we're just incorporating into this small flow. But if you love your yin, you can always press pause and hold the posture for 3 minutes. But I'm just going to talk you through this one, cat pulling tail. So we're already onto our right side. So pregnant ladies, you can stay here and enjoy the stretch. If you're going to come with us and do something of this pose, let's start by having the right forearm in line with the short edge of your mat. So you're stacking your left hip over the right, the left knee over the right, left ankle over the right. Sit up nice and tall, look for length in the body. We're going to take the top leg out to the side, which should be the left leg. We're going to bend up the right, take the left hand and start to hold onto the ankle, pulling that foot away, the right foot away from your glute. Stay here, enjoy the stretch. So you should be feeling a lateral stretch on the right side. Now if this is feeling quite comfortable and you're opening through the chest, breathing into the back ribs, you can take that right arm long, rest your head onto your arm, keep pulling that foot. I know you can't see very well, but just pull the foot away from the glute. If that's feeling comfortable, see if you can get that left shoulder onto your mat and work here, looking over the left shoulder. Now that's quite advanced. If it's not feeling very comfortable, just come out. And let's hold here just for 2 more breaths. Inhale and exhale. 1. Inhale and exhale. 2. Gently release. Coming back just for a moment onto your tummies, or pregnant ladies, go straight onto your side. Maybe come back to your Sphinx just for a moment. And we're going to do the other side. Maybe you can see a little better on this side. Remember, I don't have a cameraman, but I will talk you through it. So we're going to come to lie on our left side this time. So the left forearm starts by coming parallel to the short edge of your mat. Your right hip is over your left, knee over knee, ankle over ankle. Enjoy the stretch here for a few moments. Then taking your top leg, which should be your right, across. Bend to the left, take hold of the left foot, left ankle with your right hand. Keep pulling that foot away from your glute. Maybe take the left arm out, resting your head here. Or see if you can get your right shoulder across. And as always, I say that we're not symmetrical, we're asymmetrical. So this side may start to feel a little tighter. So just get to your edge. Even if you haven't come down, just feel a lovely stretch. There's going to be a slight stretch in both sides of the body. But you should feel it more in the right. Let's just take 1 more deep inhale and exhale. So inhale and exhale and release. Very slowly rebound. Maybe make a pillow with your hands. Pregnant ladies, just sit up for a few moments. Toes together, heels apart, rock the sacrum out. And let's push gently back to come to sit onto our bottoms. And we're going to do another stretch for the IT band that gets very, very tight. So this is from the pelvis all the way down the outside of the thigh. Runners, it gets very tight, but our routines are completely different now. So you may start to feel some tension or discomfort in this band. So a nice way to stretch that out is come to lie on your back as though you're going to go into a bridge. Take the right leg up, cross your ankle, your right ankle just above the left knee. Your toes looking at that knee, and start to gradually push your right thigh away. Now we're going to come across to the left, so the left thigh comes across, and see if you can get your foot onto the ground. Bend up the left leg. If you can't get your foot onto the ground, just place the block there or your book. If you're very comfortable, take your arms out, and then look over the right shoulder. Let's take 3 inhales here. So inhale and exhale 1. Inhale and exhale 2. Inhale and exhale 3. Start to take that right leg down, coming back to neutral, coming back to your bridge, as though you're going to do a bridge. Left knee bends, left ankle just above the right knee, toes looking at the knee, push that left thigh away, and we're going to go over to the right side. So bring the thigh down, the left knee comes to the floor or to your block, the right leg bends over, the arms can come out. This time look over your left shoulder, engage the core, breathe wide and full into the back. Let's hold for 2 more. Inhale and exhale 1. Inhale and exhale 2. Taking that left leg away. As we started at the beginning of our practice, just have your knees bent up. Maybe take your knees together and windscreen wipe your knees from side to side, letting everything release. Now you can start to settle down for Shavasana, or we can take one last pose by bringing our knees gently in towards our chest. The legs come up, the feet come in the direction of your head, and gently pull your feet over towards the floor. Interlace the hands behind your back. Stay here for a few breaths. I'm coming out so you can hear me better. Wherever your feet get to, just point them down, flex them down. If they are on the floor, push them in. If they're hovering towards the floor, just push the feet down and breathe. Remember to breathe into the thoracic area, helping your lungs, helping the small airways. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And then very gently allow the legs to come long onto your mat and settle yourself for Shavasana. Now it's a very warm day as I'm making this video. Maybe you don't need to put on any extra clothing. Just settle yourself, get yourself comfortable. Lie flat or have your knees bent up. And let's do a quick body scan. Allow your legs to be heavy. Your feet can splay out to the side even if your legs are bent. Focus on the hip area. Remember the hip area is a source of tension, both physically and emotionally. So focus on this area just for a moment. Draw every muscle in and then relax the muscles. Of course, the other area that holds tension is our shoulders. So bring your shoulder blades together. Feel the whole of the collarbone, the whole of the shoulder girdle relax and melt into your mat. Surrender once again and feel everything soften. Maybe focus on the small muscles in between each ribs. Tense them, feel them tense and relax them. Shoulders come away from the ears. The jaw is relaxed. Feel the tongue widen at its base. Your teeth are no longer clenched. Your eyes are resting gently in their sockets. Your forehead is naturally tension-free. And just settle and soften. All you have to do is focus on the breath. The smooth, uninterrupted inhales and exhales. Being grateful for every breath. Maybe start to focus on how, in this time of the crisis that's happening, we're starting to think differently. Now, I was sent a poem by an anonymous author by a few of my yogis, so it's very poignant, and I'm going to read it to you. So just relax, just focus on each inhale and each exhale, and just think on these words. We fell asleep in one world and woke in another. Suddenly, Disney's out of magic. Paris is no longer romantic. New York doesn't stand up anymore. The Chinese wall is no longer a fortress, and Mecca is empty. Hugs and kisses suddenly become weapons, and not visiting parents and friends becomes an act of love. Suddenly you realise that power, beauty and money are worthless and can't get you the oxygen you're fighting for. The world continues its life and it is beautiful. It only puts humans in cages. Perhaps this is sending us a message. You are not necessary. The air, earth, water and sky without you are just fine. When you come back, remember that you are my guests, not my masters. Take time to allow that to absorb into your mind. And then allow your yoga practice to absorb into your body. You've made space in the body, you've made space in the mind. Everybody take a long, nourishing inhale and a long, slow, cleansing exhalation. Now shift your hips slightly to the right. Draw your knees in towards your chest and allow them to fall gently to the left side. Inhale and exhale. Knees come back to the center. Shift your hips slightly to the left. And then allow your knees to fall gently to the right. If you've gone the wrong way, it doesn't matter. Just feel a lovely stretch in the side of your body. Inhale, and as you exhale, draw your knees back to the center. Allow your legs to be long on the mat once more, bringing your awareness to every part of your body. Start to wake the body up. Maybe flex the ankles, wriggle the toes, flex the wrists, wriggle the fingers, and come to very gently Meet me in an easy cross-legged position, Sukhasana. Keeping your eyes closed, bring your shoulders up, back and down. Feel the energy coming through the crown of your head. Let's take a nice deep inhale. And exhale, breathe it out through the back of those lungs. Rest your hands gently onto your knees. Inhale. As you exhale, bring your left hand to your heart center. Join it with the right. Bring your thumb knuckles up to your third eye, the space between your eyebrows, the seat of your intuition. Keeping your eyes closed, focus on the colour indigo. See a bright, shining indigo light. Just focus here for a few seconds. Allow your intuition to be your pilot. Let it guide you wisely. Keep safe. Be grateful for all the good in your life. Thank you for sharing your practice. I bow my head to you, you bow your head to me, and together we say Namaste.